what's going on with you great beings out here? I don't like how I'm looking on here either. My shit's but it's okay. I switched up cameras. I'll switch the cameras back later. Yeah. And I'm talking specifically to the YouTube viewers. It's not really crystal clear as it normally be because I switched my equipment around a little bit so that I can do little different things. You know how it goes. Some things can do more than other things can do in existence. And that's what you're supposed to be like. You're supposed to be able to be doing that better than the next man. How many of you out there agree with that? No matter how conceited, narcissist, or whatever good old terminology that you can bring up for somebody being so great, set that aside for a minute and just think about it. After all, what is the ultimate goal of you being here in existence? Alright, so I want to send some peace out here. I'm going to put the peace out in the airwaves. Alright? We're going to send it through the frequency of the net.
Add a little bit of gasoline.
And if you thought there wasn't a net, just recognize and realize where you are. Some of you get up in the air and the object flying around still can't bear witness that you are over a plane.
I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher.
Hey y'all, I come into existence to reveal the higher intelligence. I'm the one that come after all the greatness has been done. Tear that down and change it all around, and let's start a new beginning. That's what I do. I build and destroy. I'm a Taurus. I'm the earth foundation. I got to play my part. And that's why I'm getting here on social media, and I want to explain in full detail as to why you should be playing your part. That's right. Again, I want to welcome every person, place, and thing into existence. Y'all already know who I be. Don't act like you don't know who I am. If you heard that bell, you should already know that's the great Nate of Philadelphia. That's right. Born, raised, and still here on the streets. And yes, He he is book smart. Why, why else would there be a bookshelf sitting around filled with books sitting on it? Huh? It just wouldn't be a bookshelf if you didn't have books sitting on it. So at this time, I want to let us all have a moment of silence in the universe, all right? In this great WWW state of existence that we're functioning in, for the simple reasons of there could be people who is in mourning, feeling sorrowful for the things that they've done in their life, remorseful, and just generally hurting. There's people like this at this moment that's experiencing perhaps not the utopianism and the heavenly and the blissful state that you find yourself in 24 hours, 7 days a week. So we want to take a moment of silence for these type of people. No. All right. That's for if you lost. Well, you didn't actually lose nobody. That's a big misconception. But if someone that was in the physical existence is no longer around, and you feel though their presence you mourning over because you're no longer to be able to view it, then I hope that moment of silence gave you some relief. I hope you took the time and the thinking. If not, we could do it again. If we need more time to think about all the things out here that's ailing us, bringing us anxiety, stressing us out, bringing us pain, sick, and suffering, just in the spiritual and the mental alone. I'm not concerned about the physical right now. I know you physically messed up. You probably playing basketball and you're eating all types of chemicals in our ingestion. So I say we're ingesting all types of chemicals within our system that aren't suitable. The body doesn't get rid of, so it stays stored up in our joint, thereby bringing about things such as tidal arthritis and all types of ligament diseases. Because you got to realize that the chemicals that's in the food, y'all, sometimes the body ain't going to rid itself of it. You got to be clear on what we're doing here in existence. And when you are clear, don't complain. Don't turn around and like, oh well, this, that, then, the other. You know, goddamn well, was you eating them hamburgers from McDonald's for the last 25 years? So what do you expect that's going to come out after eating or consuming what is allegedly to be your next door neighbor? Huh? You know how many people's missing? You think it's enough dead cows on the goddamn planet for you to enjoy with some A1 steak sauce all up on his ass? No, it's not. So they had to find other means and ways for you to enjoy 24 fucking billion burgers sold at McDonald's per minute now. That was a day back in the 1990s. Excuse my expression too. I'm working on not dealing with in so much of the so-called curse words. Because first of all, this here segment that I'm gonna bring to light, it's gonna be very powerful. It is so powerful, right? And Facebook, I didn't name it. YouTube, I did name it. And for informational purposes, the name of what we're doing here is actually transforming into the new you. And we're considering everything going on. I don't care whether it's being somebody gunned down in the street all the way to motherfucking cloning that of what Jamie doing. We're going to show and prove how throughout this segment and this science that we bring to light of how we're talking about none other than me, myself, and I.
Bluetooth connected.
Remember that first eye that you heard these people talking about? Well, I need you to focus and wipe out and clear up and get some Visine and drop it all up in your first eye. So like I said, this thing is going to be so powerful, y'all, I'm going to have to bring a part 2. All right? We're going to get real deep with it starting as of right now. Let's get busy because listen, you ain't got too much time, if any time is left at all, to gather yourself together and get all your scruples all in one bag and start spirit cooking. Because it's only a matter of a couple minutes before these other entities that's in existence, you'll be wound up an ingredient in this a meal for the evening. And they big bowl cup of soup. And I don't think you want that. You talk about you spiritual. You told me all these years you spiritual. I don't see no spiritualism coming up out of you. What's wrong? Is your spiritual on 8? You need to hook up? You need the negative and the positive charge? What's with you? You come and talk to a cosmic deity. I'm full of electricity. I light that ass up. Real talk. And no homo. Man, listen, this thing can go any way you want it. Tupac told you that shit best. How do you want it? How do you want it? How does it feel? When you're listening in all the bullshit and you just keeping it real. All right, so let me set up right quick. Just like I said, I switched up to the computers. It's not going to take me long at all. We're going to come up out of the Kabbalion. So we put that up there. Check. We're going to come up out of As a Man Thinking. Check. We're going to give some shots out though before we get busy, y'all. We're going to, what they call shots out. You know what shots is out when we're giving out shout outs? That's giving out a positive charge. It's like a jump. You get the jump. You didn't call 1A. They don't even recommend or advise that you call double A. They tell you call triple A. Do you peep the science yet? Real fast. Your mind should already, if you've been in my class, your mind should already understand the symbology and the exoteric ideology of triple A. So this is how you're going to need to view such things that's taking place in your existence at this day and time. And again, we're going to dive deep into a lot of things that's taking place. And I want to equate what is taking place and see if at all uh, any relevancy to me. And I can't pull something up, man. Which one? I hate it. Okay. Here's what we're going. I don't know why it's not letting me connect. Oh man. Okay, so anyways, the title of this segment, what we're going to get into, is transforming into the new you. Why? And looking at the idea of transforming into a new me. One of the reasons why I bring this to light is because within ourselves, and our surroundings, we will probably much bear witness to that there's something changing, something going on. Now, most of pretty about is empowering self. And I'm talking about the streams. I ain't just talking about dropping videos or information. I rarely go out the boundaries of dealing with self. Always dealing and governing with the ideology of how to master self. Like this. So let's go. Let's go to the Kabbalah, shall we? I can't pull up something else that I had, and so I'm gonna have to switch up. I'm gonna switch up the whole format of what's going on now, and this is all good. A good teacher can do things like that. All right. So what we want to deal with is some of the principles and the laws that govern and dictate this paradigm in which we exist in. Whether you want to call it Planet Key, Tiamat, or Earth, it's still everybody got to get up Monday morning at 9 o'clock and go put in their hours and get off at 5 and pay your bills every 30 days and go to the supermarket on Saturday, and perhaps if you feel like it, you could get up and go to church on Sunday. That pretty much seems to be the life in the physical realm. Maybe you might want to take a vacation every once in a while, or go out and hang with the boys and or the girls. But for the most part, we have to bear witness that we're all here on earth so that we could keep a certain bureaucracy and perpetuating and instituting ideas, right? It's just not true. So everything tells us this. What I just made mention of is a brief scratch idea of how and what it's like in the micro form. Now, we know there's this concept and idea of as below, so above. Nate, can you share with us some of the ideas of how this thing will be as of above? What is the concept of above? Is there's many different aspects and ideologies of above. And the answer to all your questions is sure. Yes, it is. But always remember, you got to go inside yourself and ask yourself, because only yourself can guide and take you to yourself. You're going to have to understand and learn how. And again, people, I apologize because this is not really what I wanted to come at. But then again, just based off of what I had on my other computer, I'm still going to scratch and touch off of it. But it may be even better that everything happened for a reason. You know, I had other information that I was going to come off of. And it might be, and I was telling myself that, no, that might be a little bit too, right now, public not ready, you know? And so here's what happened. I decided to switch computers, and I can't even bring it up on this computer. So you see how I got to pay attention to my signs? Everything that I do is talking to me. Everything in existence is talking to me. This cup, although how crazy you may think I am, and I really don't give two rats ass, but it's talking to me. You see? It just told me, take a sip, my nigga. And I want to thank that cup. Because without that cup, it would be able to hold my fluid, my liquid. Did you know that? So I'm having a great relationship with my cup. So I need you to welcome every person, place, and thing in existence. Don't just welcome me. Don't just welcome the cat down the road. Don't just welcome the dog that just barked outside the door. Don't welcome the monkey that's stuck up in your in your local or your neighborhood zoo. Huh? Tap into that nigga. Y'all might could get together and take over your whole geographic, your whole location. Welcome everything. Did you know copper, grass is alive? Did you know water, people? Listen, you could talk to this water, and I guarantee you it's going to hold the memory of what you give it. And then you can go ahead and liquidate yourself. Because everything loves liquidation. Let's tell the truth. Don't you run down there when there's a liquidation that's going? Talk to me down. We talk about laws, man. We gonna talk about the law of action. You gonna understand how the law of action is bumping and popping out here in existence, you're gonna stop talking about, oh, it could have been me. Oh, it could have been my child. No, the fuck it couldn't have been, dummy. Stop talking like that and go stand your dumb ass in the corner for 3 hours. I don't even want to be around you for the next 30 days. You keep talking about it could have been you that got hit by the car. You better get away from that person. Did you know what you speak will manifest? I'm gonna tell you a little secret deeper than that individuals might not want you to know. Okay, listen to me, and you better listen to me well, because I'm telling you something that's to come. I don't feel like talking about the past. That bores me. I don't feel like talking about what's going on right now because it's making no sense. So let me tickle your fancy, huh? Let me caress your mind. Allow me, if you will. There ain't no mystery deity out here ever. There's never been. And I'm going to even show and prove you in part 2 of tonight's stream, because this is going to have to take 2 parts. I'm just right now opening up. I'm going to use about 3 hours to open up. And that's so we can see clear, you know? Like, you ever go, do you know there's people, and I'm going to get back to what I'm talking about. I just want to show you some things, man. Like, we can sit here and talk to you for like 14 hours. There's individuals that you could look up online that got over 10 and 12 hours of lectures for them. I didn't see the person talk and they just fall asleep while they talking to you. You start this, and come on, keep the questions coming. No matter. Give me something to drink. That's all the better. Because now we start coming from the subconscious. Now you starting to get it from other entities. That's just like a person when they go to church. You ever see a person in church and they falling asleep while the pastor's talking? And you wake them up, you say, hey, come on now, you falling asleep. Listen to the pastor. What's they say? Oh, I ain't asleep. I hear every word they say. You know why? Because they're coming from the subconscious state. It's an astral out-of-body experience. So we dealing with laws of action. We dealing with laws of correspondence for the simple fact there's got to be a new me that's to be able to last and endure into the coming ages. It's almost like if I asked you to go to the corner and call me from the telephone booth when you get here. Can you do that in Philadelphia? If you said, Nate, I'm on my way, my G. I say, go to the corner and call me on the telephone booth and let me know when you outside. Will you find that possible? No, you can't. Because since 1980, 81, from probably 79 to 81, Philadelphia got rid of all of their telephone booths. You needed a pager at that time. So same thing with your spirituality. We cannot be using the same tools to take us into higher heights spiritually that we was using from that of the old. How are you going to upgrade everything but your spirituality? You even got a new phone. But do you got a new God? You still got the same God that you got from the one that the kindergarten teacher told you. And some of you, sorry to say, your mother and your father told you about this mystery God. And you know it's a mystery God. You knew it was a mystery God. Some of you took an ass whippings just until you started believing and being of servitude to the mystery God. Tell the truth. Mom put the food on the table. You pick up the fork and talking about, wow, she smacked you upside your head. Talking about, boy, did you say your prayers? Say your prayers to who, Mom? But you know, Mom, you don't want to get another smack. So you go ahead and, how you say the prayer, Mom? Good food, good meat, let's eat. That get you another smack. So don't be sarcastic. You better act like you need to be praying to this mystery God into a period of time that shit got instilled in your mind. Now you 13 to 15 years old, and you at the table talking about, Mom, can I say the prayer? Lord, Lord, I ask you to bless this food. And you know Elon and them made that shit, right? You know that shit is coming from down there off of Packer Avenue. I ain't gonna start tripping. Let's stick to the script. Stick to the script, Dave. Stick to the script. This is supposed to be a serious piece of information that I'm giving out. And I'm mad though because I had it thoroughly prepared and I decided to do some switching up at the last moment. Now I can't retrieve that what I initially wanted to bring to the table. But I guarantee you, I'm going to bring that information in part two, y'all. It's going to be a part two. Because in another half an hour, I got to shut this down. So let's move on, y'all. Let's get serious. So the laws we dealing with here in the third dimension, here on Earth, right? Now, let me remind you, we're going to jump around too. You need to be clear and ready for this. You know, you're going because out of everything that you're going to experience is going to bring about a broad concept that's going to be applicable to every conversation that you're going to face out here. That's how thorough I am in bringing information. You see, it's like instead of going to school for however long they got, it's you could get with me, sit with me, twist up, get a drink, give us 13 hours, and you'll have a basic foundation of everything in existence. Facts. Because everything after that, you're going to build on your own. It's going to become intuitive at that point. We talk about the law of action. We talk about the law of correspondence. And this is sativa, people. It's legal for where I am. I forget the name of it. So I just like to indulge in, I'm a patient in medical marijuana program. So we're doing a fine job with the industry. And we just want to let y'all know that those who don't indulge with, I know y'all heard about it. It's running well. You know, everybody is out here functioning and vibrating very fine. If not fine, phenomenal. I can might even feel free to say that word. That I can say that. Yeah, I can almost even say fantastic. You know, extraordinary. I see people utilizing the inherited so-called superpower. Did you know in the dictionary there's such words that such thing as clairvoyance? Huh? Psychometry? Intuition? Mental telepathy? Just to name a few. These are words in the dictionary, people. Why aren't we adhering to them more than any of the words that's in there? Why aren't your children very familiar with these words and not just familiar, manifesting and that of clairvoyance. Do you think that the word clairvoyance sitting in the Webster dictionary is just there because it's supposed to be a word that is to later to be uh, comprehend or dealt with? But guess what? How about it's that time? It's time for you to go to your Webster dictionary, okay? Whatever dictionary, Oxford. I done had an Oxford. I had them all. It's been so long I can't remember. But Oxford is very fine. I remember Oxford dictionary. Get you an Oxford dictionary and you open them up and you get yourself familiar with these words that's supposed to be embedded in the human being. Huh? Let's do something. What does clairvoyance mean?
Here's the definition of clairvoyance. The supposed faculty of perceiving things or events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact.
So let's get busy, y'all. Let's get into this shit. We're gonna get into this because I tell y'all, I got some fire for y'all, man. We're gonna and it's not gonna get real deep until part 2, and I'm allow it to be that way. So I'm curtailing what I'm thinking and the way it's coming to me. And I'm sitting certain parts in certain sections of my mind, and I'm gonna bring it back up later. And you can do all this shit the same thing too. Your mind functions just like I do. If I'm in a human form, or act well, let's say if I'm in a meat suit, all right, I'm actually not a human, so I can't say I'm in a human form. I will be lying to you people. But if you're in a meat suit, then, and I actually can't even go and say that either because some of you all are operating in a meat suit more perfectly and greater and fine than others, which is good because let us be reminded and mindful that the whole idea of your existence is to return back to your home, okay, in a state of a higher consciousness. Did you hear what I said, how I said it? I'm not saying that you're going to heaven. Don't look for me to sit here and tell you that when you die, you're going to heaven, people. I can't prove that shit to you. Don't charge me for bringing you no bullshit telling about, oh, Nate, what's going to happen to me when I die? Oh, you're going to be, oh, if your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, you'll be allowed to enter into the pearly gates. Or if your heart weigh in lighter than the feather, I'm talking about you're allowed to go ahead and sit up there with Amun Ra. Come on, man. I wasn't there. I don't know nothing about them stories. I'm telling you exactly that what is taking place in this day and time. Jesus had done had them people come and roll back the rock and let him up out of there. There's nobody going to come and roll back your rock. Yeah, that rock that Malcolm X said that landed on you, that shit is on you. And the only way that it's going to be removed if you get up and move that rock. I just asked the computer, what does clairvoyance mean? And it told us that it's supposed to be a faculty of perceiving things or events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact. Can I ask you how many, just as of today, right, have you already, and I know you can't lie to me, y'all, because I know what's going on within me, and I ain't no better than you. I'm from the same slum you from. Same shit, different. It's just different, okay? It just smells a little different. That's all. And you get immune to it. But how many times have you actually seen something in your mind before it actually took place in the physical realm, before it ever came to fruition. Huh? I don't care if it's just a phone call. You called your homie or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. What you want for dinner? She talking about bring me back some goddamn chicken fingers and some lobster and some crab tails and some mussels. Now you snapping because you got to run the fuck all around looking for this shit because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And you knew she was going to go and do some dumbass shit because you tired right now. And you getting off of work. Tell the truth. This is intuitiveness shit, people. This is atoms you dealing with and mastering and manipulating. That 666 that they made you afraid of, that's nothing but fucking a mineral. Listen to the numbers. Oh my God. It's a formula. You wasn't scared of E equal to MC squared, but you scared of 666. I don't understand. That's, oh my God. This is, no, we're going to open up our eyes, y'all. I can't wait for part 2. Let's get part 1 started. Because I ain't started yet in part 1, and I ain't got much time. I got to take somebody somewhere at a certain time. Now, before we start part 1, let's question another so-called power that you're supposed to be inheriting, right? What was clairvoyant? Excuse me, what does intuition mean? What does intuition mean?
Without the need for conscious reasoning.
Hold on. What does intuition mean?
Here's the definition of intuition: the ability to understand something immediately, without the need for conscious reasoning.
Wow. A thing that one knows or considers likely from instinctive feeling rather than conscious reasoning. Your insights and intuitions as a native speaker are positively sought. The ability to understand something immediately. What does psychometry mean? What does psychometry mean?
Here's the definition of
What does psychometry mean?
Here's the definition of psychometric: relating to or deriving from psychometry or psychometrics.
Okay, I'm not saying it right. All right, let me juice up before we lose our electricity on here. Where can I get some power from? Wow, I got everything. Okay, so all right, got a phone call. All right, that's all right. You're gonna let that ride. That's a phone call coming in. Whoever it is, you're gonna have to call back. We're live streaming on a device that you wish to contact me on. And as of right now, I'm getting frustrated, so I'm not gonna answer you. Hang up. Oh, they don't want to hang up. Sometimes they get like that. They know you streaming, they watching you live, and they want to call you. Oh, uplift their heart. That's what you do. Don't get mad at them. Don't curse them. Don't disrespect them. Don't belittle them. Don't put them down. You uplift them. How do you uplift them? With these laws we may go over. So let's look at the law of cause and effect right quick. All right. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That is primarily what the law of cause and effect is all about. All right. Even Ralph Waldo Emerson even went to the length of calling the law of cause and effect the laws of all laws. Now, is it not ironic that this is me personally think where the idea of a law come from, which is the Islamic or the God? Because it sounds similar. It sounds the same to me. A law, all laws, a law. And then if you look at the 5% nation, right, they will subscribe to the idea of all these ALLAH is nothing but that of the arm, leg, arm, and the head. Huh? People, what are we doing today? What are we doing in this day and time when you and I gather and come together in verse? Huh? We're coming on a higher intelligence of the information of yesterday. So we're supposed to be talking about the idea of how I'm the Superman. You done already made the movie of Us. You already made Wakanda, or whatever the name is. You took us always from even slavery with Toby. Huh? You took him from Kenta. You done showed how a nigga done came from Kenta all the way from Toby and to Us and now Clone. And let it be clear that they didn't show that on Warner Brothers in Hollywood. That was not a blockbuster movie. That did not hit the movie theaters out on the street. That was a black festival, it said that it was. And then it went to Netflix. Let's be clear on that. So I want you to watch the psyops. I want you to be close and pay attention to possibly being played, people. You got to understand who is directed, who's authorizationing, and what is the outcome what is the idea outcome of the movement. Don't be so quick to make judgment and be clear and precise on what you've decided thus far. In playing this game, there's let me explain to you. It's a weak individual. You make grave mistake if becoming to a clear, concise decision as to what's taking place right away and taking it as something granted and whole. That's not how you do it down here, because you got so much energy going on. Sometimes it could, just like your dreams, it may take you some time to figure out what it's meant for, why you had to perceive or take on that journey. Okay? So I want y'all to be paying attention to what I'm getting into. It's part of the mental that we hardly ever been through. Check? And I know this for a fact because I know about the schooling system in America. So don't come and tell me that I'm crazy, wrong, and that I don't know what I'm talking about. Because even if you come in with that, then guess what, B? I'm implementing something new. How about that part? That's the juicy part right there. That's the part where, woo, remind me of that movie I was watching. That lady, she was like, talk sassy, nigga, talk sassy. That's what Patty said. You're fucking right. This is when I let it swing. Because I'm representing and I'm sure of what I'm doing out here. Whether another person agree with it or not. I'm not here to make you happy. Have I ever asked you to hit the like button? Go stand your ass in the corner real quick. Move. Get away from me. Real quick. I'm going to call the cops in a minute. I ain't afraid to call the cops. I'll call the cops quick. They talk about, oh, you snitching, you call the cops. You goddamn right. Y'all scared of them niggas. I guarantee you, I call the cops. You see the blue and red lights blinking out there. You ain't coming shooting up my crib. You better have asked them permission first. If you, man, listen. Them boys, they love to shoot and kill. All I got to do is call them and say, listen, it's guns up at me at this house. And they practice twice and 3 times a week. Y'all don't practice. So y'all first 50 bullets is going to miss me. Y'all see it on the videos. Motherfuckers with an AK shoot right at the nigga in the car still take off. Y'all believe that? How you shoot at the goddamn car with a semi-automatic weapon and he still took off? AK, some of them I was watching, he come back. Ma. What the fuck? What kind of shoot? Y'all, I don't know why y'all got guns, people, for real. I don't know why people, ask your people that y'all know, if you know somebody with guns, ask them why they got it, because you don't practice. I never seen you practice. You don't go to no shooting range, and you're not out in the county. So how you gonna shoot out here in the streets? And some of these fools, they want to shoot at the police. I don't know if they clone or they want some fucking crazy ass medication. That's not somebody with sense that don't shoot target practicing at human beings or whatever, okay? And then want to get out on the street with a bulletproof vest on, guns in the car, extra artillery, magazines all around me, an extra one in the sock. I got a knife in my pocket. I got a can of mace on my hip. And you get shot and killed or caught. Oh, man, this shit don't make no sense, man. This shit is crazy. And then you want to make my city #1 in fucking homicide. We ain't homicide nothing, man. This is stupidity. We #1 in stupidity. Senseless killing. Senseless. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Gonna take a small chronic break. All right. We talk about the law of cause and effect right now. Because I'm giving you the supreme power.
I have lost everything. Just like the boxer.
You're going to be the universal controller.
Crosses twisted, the stars that will shine. Depression threatening, the worries.
And won't nobody be able to stop that, y'all.
The king was singing, now he's dead. John wanted peace and it's wine said. Some of my fears, some of my fears. Some of my fears, some of my fears. Last year the winter was before the fall. There was no summer, could they kill them all? Thought I could hide my eyes from the sun. And the enemy came to shoot like a gun. The wine in my cup does not taste like wine. I should drink water, this cancer is mine. Just a witness, one hand on my heart. For the guilty, the body can't stand. Some of my fears, some of my fears. Some of my fears, some of my fears.
One thing for certain, two things for sure, that every cause has its effect. Right? What is a cause? Everything that I do. Because I took that aspirin, it's going to stop my headache. Huh? Because I drank that goddamn vodka, I couldn't go to work the next day. I was tore up. Huh? Because I disrespected my woman. She no longer, what's the effect of the disrespect? She no longer loves you to the degree that she loved you prior to you disrespecting her. You see how this go? And every effect has its cause. Once I start to understand how life is playing its role out in a perfect mathematical equation, it'll become not just clear to me, but in a state of ease and utopianism. And my heaven becomes clear and vivid and manifested into fruition at once. You ain't got to die. Why are you waiting to die to go to heaven when you can make it right here? Heaven and hell is not places. I think you've been deceived. I think you know, it's like somebody that told you some misinformation. Somebody tricked you like the Tweety bird. Heaven and hell is two states of conditioning one's mind, which ultimately puts you in a physical existence of like matter. So I could tell if somebody internally is in a state of hell by the way that their character and their actions are and the way that they're living. You can look at their home, look at their car, look at their bathtub, look at the bottom of their feet. You look at many things. I know I went a little too deep with it, but you know how you can be very judgmental if somebody got a dirty bathtub. Let's keep it real. You're not too likely want to be getting in the bed. Because now I got the question, how often do you change your sheets? And you should be questioning how often is my sheets change. Check. We ain't going to be slapping skins on no goddamn bed bug. And then I got to go home. You got to go home. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. I love the bullshit around. That's because I'm a serious dude. And I hate being serious all the time, man. I'm a Taurus, man. I could be straight, mean in one way for a long time, over years. It took me a long time to become able to laugh while I'm at pain at the same time. I couldn't do that like y'all. Y'all good at that. Y'all was good at faking it. Me, man, listen. If I'm in pain, I'm gonna let you know. I'm tearing everything up around me. If I'm happy, I'm gonna let you know. It's a party. What's popping? Money, drinks on me, tree on me, and everything. You thirsty? What you want? French fries? What you need? You want chicken gizzards? Chicken nuggets? Get him some chicken nuggets.
Ready?
Yeah.
About ready.
Okay. All right, so y'all, we at that point of the first segment, and I got to get up out of here. All right, so like I said, I did say it was going to be a part 2. And the part 2 is going to be the more part where I'm going to shut up about, things that you probably aren't interested in and get strictly into this information that I got before me, which is coming up out of the Kabbalion and that of the, what is this here? 12 secret laws of the universe. So you definitely want to hear and weigh in on these ideas. 12 secrets. That's like the 12 disciples. That's half your day. You got 12 hours in fulfilling of a full 24. You got 12 chromosomes on one side of your brain and 12 on the other. You see? So 12 is a prominent number. 2 and 1 is what? 3. Huh? And what did Nikola Tesla tell us about that number 3? And also Einstein. So we're going to want to stick around and we're going to want to hear this 12 secrets, right? And we definitely going to want to weigh in on them. And with that, I'm going to leave you as I greeted you. All right? And make sure that you be good to yourself and do it on purpose.
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
It was a concocted tale that was convoluted. Lawmen and prosecutors heavily armed to shoot it. A storyboard that was rough and rugged and filled with.
With Fairlife Nutrition Plan, nutritious has never been so delicious. With 30 grams of high quality protein and 3 grams of sugar or less. Finally, a shake you can feel good about. Fairlife Nutrition Plan.
I want to send some positive energy out here. We want to send some energy. Ring that bell for mind's eye. All right? One of the supreme cosmic energies out here in the universe that's actually having it and doing it their way, his way. You know? And that's what it's supposed to be. You know? It's like I become more powerful the more I recognize the power that I have to offer for myself. And the more I step in and grab that power that's available for me, the more I discover that not only is it a lot of power that I have to offer, but this umpteenth amount of power that is accessible to me, and I have so far still to go. I'm just only in 3rd grade. Did you hear what I said, people? If you in the 3rd dimension, if you playing your role, you have your avatar here. I'm not saying that you're not in multiple other states of existence, because some may say that you're playing a role on multiplicity states of levels, and I can perceive that too. But at least here in this 3rd dimension or this 3rd density, which we call Earth, right here in the physical form or degree, you can actually make manifest and do well with it. And look, it does get greater in time. You can make it. Did you know Burger King got the idea of having it your way from that of how it initially is to come into this realm? It's almost like America, right? Everybody, why want to come to America? It's the land of the free. You can have it your way. You could do whatever you want, and you could feel free to be whoever you want to be, right? Well, this is the concept of when you was before you came into the physical. When you come to Earth, you come here, you make your plan, how you want to play this out. It's called a blueprint, and the blueprint is actually in your hand. I wrote a poem about it. One day I'm going to reveal that. That's why they want fingerprints of you. You see? Because that right there shows the proof that no, you is not like me. And they need to stop teaching these people that we're all the same. Because you do not have my fingerprints, Modern B. Please, listen to me. Don't listen to these people. I will show and prove that we're not the same. I take me and a white person go to Alaska or Antarctica. I guarantee you that white person will last longer than me. We can go to Congo. I guarantee you I might last a little longer than in Congo. I might not last that long. But it'll be a little longer. I can withstand that sun a little longer than that individual. So, I hate the snake because it hisses? No. When oftentimes you'll find the snake in somebody's living room in what they call aquarium, right? Because you like the snake to a certain degree until what? It bites you. But this is the same way you must see all things in existence. All things has its purpose and reason for existing. Just because you don't like to eat Brussels sprouts don't mean that Brussels sprouts ain't good for the next person. Just because you're allergic to bananas, the next person, the cat down the road, might love bananas. They may feel as though it's filled with potassium. And a monkey and a gorilla will toss you around, for it is one of the strongest creatures eating bananas in the world. And we talk about we need to eat meat to be strong. That's non-cipher. When you got the most strongest, long-lasting living creatures, an elephant, turtle, and a monkey, or a gorilla, with a vegetarian diet, living over hundreds of years. So you see why I don't want to regurgitate the mathematics and the science of the old paradigm? We're moving and growing into what they call the AI, artificial intelligence. And I'm going to close down on this because I said I got to go, but stay around for part 2. And when this artificial intelligence comes into full effect, I need you to be ready to be playing at a major role in dominancy of it. They already showed you on the news that people isn't real. Look it up. Look it up. I just seen it on the news. I know people who was at airports telling me that there's got people who are service people at the airport. They're not real. So as you move into this AI intelligence, if you're going to be around, okay, you're going to want to know how to dominate, manipulate, and master the robot. Remember, you're the God. Okay? And with that, I'm going to check y'all a little bit later. Make sure you take good care of yourself so you won't miss the next piece of information that I got to drop, y'all.